Good morning, we woke up in a bubble. Welcome back for another adventure vlog. It's Jeff and Shelly here. Wave to all the fans, Shelly. Like I just mentioned, we are in a Treehouse Dome. We're staying at Glamping Unplugged just outside of Boone, North Carolina. We have wrapped up our 2 nights here, which was wonderful. I feel unplugged. Do you feel unplugged?
I do too.
We just spent the last 2 days in Boone. It's been an adventure so far. We've gone hiking, we've explored suspension bridges, we've driven the Blue Ridge Parkway, and today we're going to take you on a little rainy day experience through Boone. We have some ideas planned ahead. We're going to go check out the Linville Caverns, eat, drink, kind of do some indoor activities, and then this evening, hopefully it dries up a little bit, because we're going to go mountain cat off-roading. I don't even know what to expect out of that experience, but we're going to take you guys along with us. So stay tuned, stick around. It's going to be a fun adventure. You know us. We're up to shenanigans all the time. We're always up to something.
And we'll see you in the backseat.
Yep, and you are our third. All right, let's do this. Pardon the mess. Obviously, this is our conclusion. But I just want to show you around this dome. We've got bunk beds back there. We've got a big bed here and a wonderful view of nature right outside the dome. Sorry, again, our stuff is everywhere. We've got a wood-burning stove, which unfortunately we did not get the chance to use. Probably would have if we were here for one more night. Over here, there's lanterns. There's all sorts of glamping essentials like wine glasses, salt and pepper shakers, board games, towels. Look at all this good stuff. There's actually even, well, we just discovered this last night. There's a toilet. I mean, it's not, it doesn't have running water, but it looks like if you really need to go, you could use that. There are porta potties nearby, which is what we used while here. But yeah, it's a pretty fun setup. And there's no cell service or Wi-Fi out here, and hence the name Glamping Unplugged, because you're here to unplug. I'm just gonna step out and show you the exterior. Here's our igloo from the outside. We've got a beautiful porch. Here's Shelly brushing her teeth. Hi, Shelly. There's actually another dome over there. We didn't have neighbors this trip at all. And then there was another dome up through the trees. You can kind of see it over there. Just for reference, this is early November, and it's quite warm for early November, but that's why all the trees are stripped of their leaves. And believe it or not, like, we have been quite warm in here this time of year, which I think is unusual. But anyway, we're packing things up and we're gonna load up the car and head back to Boone. Okay, we just made it to the town center. Getting our first impression. Again, it is very rainy, but we found the place we want to eat. We want to eat at the Boone Bagelery.
But there's also a toastery. So.
So we have the 2 options there. We're gonna walk down this main avenue and go to the breakfast spot. And of course, we're taking you with us, but don't worry, you don't have to get wet.
I'll hold your umbrella out for you.
You're welcome. Let's do this. Here we are. Linville Caverns. The maps.
The maps.
All right, we got our tickets. It was $13 each. And we actually have to wait an hour until the next tour. We are set for 12:40, and it's only 11:40 right now.
We'll have to keep ourselves occupied.
So it looks like, yeah, like as I mentioned when we were walking in, there's about 15 people that go every 15 minutes. And because as you can see, it's so crowded, we were put on the 12:40 tour. So we have an hour-long little just rest period here to chill and walk around. No complaints. As long as that stops. Shelly and I have this running joke that we don't like being nooners.
No.
Because we like to get up really early and beat the crowds and like catch sunrise. Because by the time it's noon, it's like the busiest time for these attractions.
There's all the kids running around.
It's busy, it's chaotic. Like the lighting's usually terrible for photography and video purposes. So we're like, we never want to be nooners, but right now we're nooners.
We're
like,
nooners.
What happened to us? What was our fallback?
We're
off our game.
We got too excited about breakfast.
Breakfast was worth it.
It was.
But anyway, tomorrow we're back on our safari schedule.
Yes. You hear that?
Very slowly and over a long time. That water washed away soft material and parts, much less to go up and try to cut the rug or moogie. No one wishes to fall through a rock floor.
Seems like a little big dig with a claw hammer.
Yeah. When you drop divers into there, they made it two, and I have.
Okay.
Well, we just
Yes.
saw the caves.
We did. It was a very cultural experience, believe it or not.
That's an inside joke, by the way, because we filmed a reel yesterday where Shelly and I were fake arguing over what we should do today. And she was like, I want to do the caves. I want a cultural experience.
Because caves are just like a standout cultural experience.
The things that we say when we're doing improv comedy. So anyway, now that's what we've been saying the whole day. We're like, cultural experience in the caves. But anyway, that tour lasted about 45 minutes. We had a very experienced guide. She's been there for, 20 years?
20 years, yeah.
She seemed like a very interesting personality. I apologize. It was really hard to content in there. For one, we weren't supposed to take any videos. Number two, it was very dark. And three, the rock was low hanging, so you had to kind of duck and watch your step.
And Jeff hit his head.
I did. It was because I was vlogging. This is how much I want you guys to come, not miss anything. Yeah, pretty fun. We learned a lot. I think it's worth a stop for sure. I'm glad we came.
Me too.
Anything else you want to mention about the tour?
About the caves, I think, caves are underrated. Sometimes they might be pushed back to the end of the itinerary for some more exciting stuff. But you can learn a lot about caves, and they're very, very old. Ancient part of our land.
6 million years old, I believe, is
Yeah.
the age of those caverns.
So
And she mentioned it takes 120 years for an inch of those sculpted dolomite and limestone structures to form. So if you're someone like us who loves nature, appreciates the time that it took Mother Nature to create this, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Maybe for younger kids, it'd be maybe a little boring.
Yeah.
Just depends on what kind of traveler you are, what your interests are.
But I think for most people, you walk away feeling like, I'm glad I did that.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really cool. There was one part that freaked us out. Actually, two parts.
Yes.
The first part was there's this tight little narrow passageway, and we all squeezed in there. There was a dead end as well, and I didn't realize that. So we all just go in one by one, single file, and all of a sudden the line stops, and I'm like, where are we going? And I realized we were meant to all squish in there at once.
Yeah.
And so I'm surrounded on both sides, shoulder to shoulder with Shelly and some random person. And I was like, those thoughts go in your head. Like, if there's an earthquake right now and it blocks the exit, we're totally going to be in this mountain for eternity.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking we were on these metal bars, and if they collapse for whatever reason, we're too heavy. I don't know how many stories we're sinking.
Oh my gosh. The scenarios that go in your head. So that part freaked us out. The second part was they did a little demo where they shut off the lights to show you what complete darkness looks
That
like.
freaked me out. I did not like that.
It was only dark for 60 seconds.
In my mind, I thought we were going to continue a portion of the tour in the dark. And I was like, how is that? How are they allowing this? It's so, people will get lost. They'll wander away.
I don't think I could have walked because Shelly had fully attached herself to me.
I was glued.
In that moment.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. I mean, I don't think I've ever experienced true, complete darkness. We were all advised to turn off our phones. It was pitch black. You couldn't even see your hand.
Yeah.
It was scary.
I did not like
Yeah. I was ready to get out of there at that point. But anyway, long story short, good experience. And I'm glad we're above ground now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Appreciate fresh air. It's me and Jeff. We're just driving.
At 20 miles per hour.
20 miles per hour. This is the driving conditions, as you can see. Anyways, I just had some toast with hummus. Jeff had his apple. And yeah, we've got about 20 minutes left on our drive.
Before Mountain Cat Adventure.
Mountain Cat Adventures. I was just telling Jeff that I'm a little anxious about it. Just because I'm not great when I'm left on my own devices.
You're more of a passenger princess, and you actually have to self-drive and maneuver this mountain cat cart.
It's kind of scary.
You got this.
Jeff believes in me.
I just hope I don't lose you in the fog. This angle,
the triple chin is just doing no one any favors.
Update, we made it out of the fog. We have arrived to, what is this called? We have arrived to Sky Valley Zip Tours and the Mountain Cat Off-Roading. It's drizzling out. We're a little scared to get out of the car. We don't want to get wet yet. But I do think on this experience, we're going to come out soaked. Yeah. But we're just going to embrace it. It's going to be fun. And we're just going to check in, sign some waivers, and of course, take you along.
Save a seat just for you.
Yep. Shelly, so aggressive. Never seen you like this before.
Yeah.
I have to show them.
The field that we're going for with these sweatpants, your feet want to be able to reach towards the end of it. You want a little bit of knee, you don't want locked up knee. So you're gonna pull yours out a little bit. My first person, I'm gonna call down to you on the radio. So
You're doing great.
Alright, so we can stand in front of my bike up here and we'll snap some pictures in front of this sign right here. Oh, trust me, this is why I usually throw my glasses on immediately. I was like, I don't want the mud, but I definitely need it.
Okay, we're filthy animals. Warm water feels so good. We are warming up with some Indian food. We love this place so much, we were here yesterday, and we're back already. What did you get?
I got the same thing I got yesterday. It's the paneer tikka masala. This is ras malai.
My first time having this. Oh, the paneer is
You better like it.
Very nice. Very delicate. We are just listening to some Jeff and Shelly white noise. We realized that Shelly was recording on her phone for 27 minutes tonight at dinner.
Greystone Lodge.
Hell yeah. You guys, we've checked into the Greystone Lodge here in Boone. It's our last night. And what an adventure this trip has been.
Wow.
Wow.
What a roller coaster.
Real roller coaster.
A lot of chaos this trip.
Yeah. We're always up to something, Shelly.
Always. We can't just sit still.
No. I apologize, I couldn't really content very well on the Mountain Cat tour because, as you saw, it was pouring rain, it was super muddy, and I had to make sure I had both hands on the maneuvering. So I couldn't really take many videos, but all we'll say is that that was one hell of an adventure.
And our instructor would probably rip your phone out of your hand if she saw you.
Right?
Filming.
She was pretty strict.
Yeah.
She was a badass though. But anyway, thank you so much for joining us on for these Boone adventures. We have 3 vlogs from this trip. We've done so much, Shelly. What was your favorite part of Boone?
Well, there were a lot of things I really liked, but I think the peeping leaves,
Yeah.
like,
What we
it
got.
was beautiful. It was visually very beautiful. But believe it or not, the ATV was probably my favorite part.
Really? Wow. Well, Shelly at the beginning was really scared.
Terrified.
She actually was thinking of tapping out.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, you're not.
But I did get lost like a few times, like just completely like raced off track and into the woods.
In your defense, it was very hard to see
Yeah.
because of the rain, and it was kind of fogging up our goggles, and mud was spattering on
Yeah.
them. But it ended up being your favorite. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Man, we did so much. We went to Grandfather State Park. We drove the Blue Ridge Parkway. We went to the River Birch Nordic Sauna. What a fun experience that was.
Fun.
We've gone hiking at Linville Falls. We went into Linville Caverns. We had Indian food twice at the same restaurant because we loved it so much. And now we're here. So what a day, or what a week.
And what was your favorite part, Jeff?
There's so many highlights, but I loved the Linville waterfall hike. That was super fun.
That was such a fun, yeah.
It was
such
so
a fun
warm.
activity. Yeah.
For November, and the weather was amazing. I was feeling so blessed that I got to wear shorts and a t-shirt in early November.
And it was good to just move.
Yeah.
After being stationary.
We really lucked out. So anyway, what a fun adventure. I'm so glad you guys came with us. So if you want to join us for more adventures all around the world where we discover natural places and go on wildlife adventures, don't forget to hit subscribe. We want to take you on
Follow
more.
Jeff for more.
Follow me for more. We'll see you next time.